It's Alchemy of Life back with another video, y'all. It's been a while since I did a video at my altar. Today, this video is going to be about this the Hermetic principle of correspondence. Will be the third Hermetic video, Hermetic chat video. The second Hermetic principle, the first one we did is the all, and that's not a principle. That's more of a overall view of consciousness and different things like that, and of source energy and what man has called God, man and woman, and what we've called God, which is source consciousness, source energy, darkness, the black hole that created everything, whatever you want to, wherever you're at on that level. But today is the law of correspondence. So, these videos are going to be more cut and dry. I do notes on them, so they're going to be more, teaching. So, in between all things, correspondence can and will be found. In all, it can and will be found in all planes of existence. Meaning, in things above and things below, and things on those same levels, you will find similarities within the differences. You ever seen two people who are completely different, but yet they have similarities? They come from two different countries, yet they are the same color, yet they have some of the same similar experiences. You see what I'm saying? Like, the darker skin, like, think about America and Africa. There are race wars in America, as we know of, and we really connect that with racism and different things like that. But in Africa, it's the same thing. There's a race war going on, who's more light-skinned and who's more dark-skinned. The more light-skinned people are, more loved now for some reason in Africa than the darker-skinned. But it's almost like it's not even about white people versus black people. It's black people versus black people over there. So that's correspondence to a T. So as above, so below. As below, so above. Remember this. Remember this, please, and you will grasp this concept of the unseen worlds by observing what is already known. So basically, by seeing what you know, hearing what you know, by what you know, you can grasp what you don't know, what is unseen. You can grasp the darkness by knowing the light. So it's almost like, I've seen the light, I want to see the dark now. You grasp the concept of just that, okay, if I've seen this has to be this, that, and the other. Knowledge of this Hermetic principle enables a person to reason intelligently from light to dark, aka from known to unknown. Example: by studying the sky, he or she learns of the stars in the solar system. You see what I'm saying? Astrologers, they don't have to actually be in space to learn about space. Astronomers and astrologers. Name the last astrologer of our time that's really big right now that fucking went to space. But they know what they're talking about, though. Above and below, law of correspondence. So it's like, if the universe is mostly space as a whole by this law, so must everything else be in the universe. So our solar system is said to have 8 main planets orbiting the sun, which is 93 million miles away from us. That's a lot of fucking space. That's like golf balls orbiting a basketball court. So I'm going to go into briefly how to use this principle, by how to win any argument using this principle, because I want to kind of give you guys a practical way of using it. So the first thing is how to use this principle to win an argument is to listen to what the person is saying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get my Seven Pillars book by Man of Letters, because this is one of the many books that I'm reading that I'm able to grasp the concept easier of these principles like I've known for a while, but he breaks them down so elegantly. And I just read a section of that book on Law of Correspondence, which I really want to, read from. I really do, because I know it will help people. I know it's helped me, and you'll see what I mean. How to apply this principle easily. Oh, you guys might hear Cher in the background. She's still live. I just wanted to do a video real quick. So basically, when I said the first way is to listen to what the person is saying if you're going to use this principle actively to, like, say, win an argument. That's the easiest way to apply it. Remember, the example is irrelevant. Relevant, but irrelevant. This is just an example of how to apply this in your life. Maybe you can use this example to, get a better grasp, which is the point, obviously. So, like I said, listen to what the person is saying. So, basically, say that you have a boss, and they say it's a dog-eat-dog world. So now I'm paraphrasing from Man of Letters books and putting it in my own words. I'm not going to read verbatim, but I'm paraphrasing kind of, and like just putting things in my own words. So say you have a boss, and your boss says it's a dog-eat-dog world, and life will chew you up and spit you out if you let it. A lot of people are like that, right? Correct? Lots of people are like that. How many times do you hear that saying just in passing? And they're just laughing, not knowing what they're saying. That's another thing. But we hear that a lot, right, guys? And you say, and you're like, is that so? And they're like, yeah, it is. Have you not seen what's going on? Have you not seen all these tragedies happening, all these school shootings? They don't talk about the other side because they don't really experience the other side, the positivity. But that's a whole nother conversation. That can be applied to this conversation. But basically, we cannot define the world by experiences that we have not had. So their experience is that the world is a dog-eat-dog world. And your experience is the exact opposite. So a lot of times what you're going to do is, because your experience is opposite, you're going to fucking sit there and argue with them. And they're going to argue with you. But no, if you want to apply the law of correspondence correctly, just listen to them. Hear them out, okay? Just hear them out. Because arguing with them about their point, and you haven't really experienced that point too often, would be like me trying to give advice to a woman about how to be a fucking woman, and a woman trying to give advice to a man about how to be a fucking man. It just don't work that way, because I have no experience being a woman and she has no experience being a man from birth. Straight up. Like, that's what that would be like. It's like, no, let's not do that. It's like, I'm gonna sit here and give advice on a girl's period. What do I know about that, but what I can look up? I've never experienced that, so why would I do that? They can't give us advice on what to do if you got kicked in the balls and it hurts. They've never experienced that. They don't know what it's like. You see what I'm saying? It's like, why would you do that? But so many of us, especially in this new age wave of thought, get caught up in the argument of things. Alright, where are we at? So Man of Letters says, again, the secret to win any argument is genuinely listen to the person you are talking to. Put yourself in his or her situation, putting yourself in their shoes, and fully understand where he or she is coming from, and meet him or her halfway, because only then may you turn the conversation around. This is how we use a law of correspondence to our advantage. It's how we become the chess player instead of the chess piece. How we become this and not this. We start doing this. Instead of being moved, we are moving. The game don't change. Only our roles change. And so from doing that, we learn how to take control of our lives. Controlling our vibration, aka our states of being. So I'm going to stop right there. That was the Hermetic lesson for the night. It's been a while, guys. Like, subscribe if you like this video. Comment, let a man know how you feel. How do you feel about this? Shout out to the Albert family. Go check their YouTube channel out. I love them. Because, they shouted me out and welcomed me into the Albert family last night on the live stream. If you need any spell work, any jars, and on spell work, I do prosperity work, I do honey jars, reversing situations, and I do a little bit of, reversal work, and a little bit of dark work, if you got somebody bothering you or different things like that. I'm getting more into harnessing my true natured power, my dark side, my shadow side. Getting into accepting that power, because I know what it is. I'm just nurturing it every day. If you need that type of work, or any type of love work, like self-love is all I'm doing. Self-love work right now. Hit me up at book .joe and then another E, so JOEEISON as in new at gmail.com. Again, book Joe EISON as in new at gmail.com. For right now, I haven't got my Etsy shop set up just yet, but when I do, all that will be offered there. And if you want a bottle of gold, I have some colloidal gold on hand. They're 30 milliliters, aka 1 ounce, blue dropper bottles. I made my branded logo, but I'm still trying to figure out how to make a label and get it put on all the bottles and all my products. So if anybody wants to help me out, comment down below. Or else I'm still trying to figure that out myself, but I will send you one unbranded. Maybe not, but and I'll tell you the price of everything. We'll talk about that more in private. If you need private counseling for any reason, also hit me up on Fiverr.com at Alchemy of Life. And if you can't find me on Fiverr, the same email, book.joeeison as a new at gmail.com, and we will set up a way to do some counseling, maybe over video chat or over the phone. Otherwise, I love you guys. Peace.